casting a shadow over all of sports. This is broadcasting's most listened to blimp, Sports Blimp.
Hey everyone, you're listening to the one and only Sports Blimp. I'm Will Regan here in the studio today, and you know I can't do this alone, even though, sometimes with me as always is my partner in crime, the man who might bring capes back into fashion. It's Eric Rantman.
Well, thank you very much, Will. You notice my cape.
Well, yeah, and the bruise on your left cheek, but the cape is more interesting.
Last night I was in Cheyenne, Wyoming, at a Bats game, and right now they're the hottest team in swish ball, and it was cape night.
Okay, so let's talk about the bruise. How'd you get that?
So, a guy tried to grab the ball that was headed right at me.
But he missed, right? And it nailed you. Because that's a real shiner you got there.
When he went for the ball, he elbowed me in the face. Swishball fans, they're very passionate about the game and catching foul balls. So actually, he ended up catching the ball right between the eyes.
So swish balls are like river rocks. So I bet that guy looks worse than you.
Well, you can see for yourself. This Saturday, they're holding an open casket funeral service at Yellow Belly Fishbait Stadium in Cheyenne, Wyoming, where the Bats play. The late Gary Weinerschuck was one of their biggest fans. He'll be missed. By the way, our thoughts and prayers go out to the family.
Oh, wow. No kidding. Well, it's time to give some love to one of our newest sponsors, Slugger Face Myst. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, I used to watch National Geographic as a kid. Some women in certain parts of the world use a nightly face mask made from slug juice. And it works.
And now you don't have to be a member of an Amazon tribe to enjoy the amazing effects of slug slime. Slugger Face Myst packs all the power of nature's smallest beautician, the slug, in an easy-to-carry spray bottle. Put it on before you go to bed and wake up to a wrinkle-free face in the morning. Or take it with you and keep that slimy shine on you all day long. Your skin will be young, vibrant, firm, and a little green, but you can wash it off anytime. And fellas, Slugger Face Myst isn't just for the ladies. Spray it on your face or any problem areas you have and watch your deep-seated man wrinkles vanish. Go online and buy a bottle today. That's Slugger Face Myst. Give your face a squirt. Disclaimer, if you lose all feeling in your face after Slug Face Myst, please consult your doctor or call 911. Lay down and hope like heck they get to you in time. So, we've got a great show for you today. We're going to get to the big stories in the world of sports in just a minute. Of course, we'll keep you updated on that sit-down strike at Carl Weathers Arena in Hoboken.
That's not the workers striking. It's the sit-down strike finals today.
You're right. It's the sit-down strike finals. For all you fans of seated bamboo wielding action, keep it tuned into the Sports Blimp. Will keep you up to speed with that. That game, of course, is featuring the Eerie Eels and the Tallahassee Smackers.
Yeah, and what we're all interested in knowing is whether left scooter Jovan Schiffley can overcome that injury to his right buttock and help his team win today. He can't scoot like he used to.
When you're a left scooter and your right buttock is acting up, you basically can only scoot left, which means you're scooting out of bounds or in a circle. What I don't understand is why not move him to right scooter?
Well, as I'm sure you know, Schiffley comes from a long line of left scooters. His grandfather before him. It would be like Kennedy voting Republican. It's not going to happen. And in spite of his impairment, so far this game, Schiffley managed to strike 4 opponents with his bamboo cane, and that's why the Eels enjoy a slim one-stroke lead right now.
We'll keep an eye on that. Let's go to the Sports Blimp scoreboard.
Sports Blimp scoreboard, brought to you by Truckers Brew Coffee Formula.
Truckers Brew, the coffee formula that has been keeping truck drivers awake for over 40 years. Truckers Brew is the strongest coffee in the world, according to the San Diego County Sheriff's Department. This powerful buzz isn't just reserved for truckers. Pulling an all-nighter? Maybe your child just told you about their science project the night before it's due. Or you have to scramble to clear the office before a big audit. Or maybe you have to drive all night to a different state to stop your high school sweetheart from marrying that guy from New York. Trucker's Brew will keep you wide awake for days. You may feel a strange sting in your lower back, but as co-founder and CEO Clifford Shrug says, that's how you know it's working. Trucker's Brew, because you don't have time to sleep. And coming soon to a store near you, caffeine-free Trucker's Brew.
Well, I'll tell you, that's kept me awake through many of our broadcasts.
Now, let's turn to one of the big stories today. I don't think any sports network can ignore this right now, and shame on them if they do. What is going on with penguin bowling?
Yeah, speaking of strike, so we had the finals yesterday. It was Marina and Moreno from Argentina versus Marie and Marie, the apparently identical twin nuns. And what can I say?
Okay, first of all, people think of penguin bowling and they think, oh, that's just another goofy sport from Greenland. But you better know what you're doing in this sport, and you better know penguins.
Exactly. And some of the best penguin bowlers are former zookeepers and penguin farmers. They live with these animals. Penguins are like family to them. So yesterday we had two teams, and one of them was the improbable, and some would say the miraculous duo of the twin nuns, who call themselves Marie and Marie, with their matching old-school black habits with the white facial shrouds, have been taking the world of penguin bowling by storm, and they've been on every magazine cover, including those even unrelated to sport, like Linux Magazine and Star Clerics.
Also, they say their winnings go to charity.
So the real question for sports fans today is,
Okay,
can these two neophytes control their penguins?
after watching the match yesterday, the answer clearly is no.
So if you didn't watch the match, the nuns needed to pick up a spare. And for someone who hasn't seen the sport...
Living under a rock somewhere.
Right. That person is maybe imagining a narrow bowling lane with gutters on each side. But with penguin bowling, you have to imagine a broad ice floe with two red lines painted down the middle. The penguins are marching around outside these lines, but occasionally they dip inside the lines, and, of course, that's when you bowl.
Now, it's not as random as you think. You have to tell the penguins where to go, and they do that with an amazingly intricate set of tongue clicks. You know, I can't do it, but it's like...
But it's like that, and that's why most of the penguin bowlers at this level come from zookeeping and penguin farming. They've been tongue-clicking all their adult lives, and that's why Marie and Marie are so amazing.
Yeah.
They don't have the 10,000 hours of practice it takes to master tongue-clicking. Throughout the tournament, the penguins just seem to go where they want them to go.
Despite clumsy clicking. So they needed a spare to win.
Yeah, there they were. Last chance. Marie was bowling while the other Marie could only stand by and watch.
She closed her eyes and appeared to be whispering a prayer. And then...
There was a wind.
Was there?
Yeah, maybe. Well, anyway, one of the penguins, the only one she had to hit for the spare, looked at her with an expression never before seen on a penguin and said, "Tell me where you want me to go."
And when I saw that, well, you can imagine. I mean, I just can't believe you turn to the other sports networks and they're like, who won the Stanley Cup? Who cares?
There's a penguin speaking English to a nun.
You know, we just got breaking news from our front office. And when I say front office, I mean the office in front of me here, which consists of a desk and a woman named Janice. And Janice just messaged me, said that Explosion Films just announced there's a feature film in production featuring these two remarkable nuns.
Penguin Sisters will be out next year, likely showing at a theater near you.
Playing the two sisters. Wait for it. Whoopi Goldberg and Samuel L. Jackson. I don't know. I think Whoopi kind of burned out that Sister Act thing. Do we really want to see her playing a nun again?
But Jackson, he's genius. He's genius.
Yeah. You know what? I think that's a week's worth of sports in a minute. I want to thank everyone for joining us today for all the latest news and shameless movie promotions. I'm Will Regan, and for myself and Eric Randman, we wish you more than a sporting chance here at the Sports Blimp All Sports Radio Network.
Sports Blimp is produced and distributed with a grant from the Goodyear Dirigible Company in Bucyrus, Ohio. Many of America's other favorite sports are played in the shadow of the Sports Blimp.
Okay.